regular season?
Yeah, it was it was a tricky one. I just said to the players inside there was, you know, knowing that the result didn't matter that much, we were going to finish fourth. It's hard in a football player's preparation that, you know, in the back of their mind, if they even thought about it once during their preparation, it's there, it's embedded in their thoughts. So I thought they were pretty professional about what they needed to do today, and they got it done.
You had a pretty good month, haven't you, leading into the finals, form-wise?
Results-wise, we have, that's for sure. I don't know if it's been a pretty good month otherwise, but results-wise we've been pretty consistent and been able to get some players on the park that needed some football, you know, Wade in particular. Matty Moylan's back, so that's a good thing leading into the semi-finals.
What about the response to the week, Flanagan? What's it been?
Yeah, players did a good job. As I said, they were, you know, removed from that, so they did a good job.
Especially again today.
Yeah, I thought he could have maybe scored another one, and he tipped it off. He could have scored, but I think he learned his lesson last week that he maybe could have passed once or twice where he held it last week, and we didn't score. But today he was just, you know, selfless, and he passed that ball for Kurt Capewell to score. So did a really good job.
See the form playing the comp right now?
Well, he's definitely in form in our team, yeah, so I'm not quite sure about the whole competition. There's some good players going around at the moment, so we need him in form. You need players like that if you're going to go along in the semi-finals to, you know, to rely on to score those tries, make a break, do something special.
By the Roosters now, that's right, the Roosters?
That's correct.
Yeah. What do you make of that matchup?
Yeah, we've only played them once, and it was pretty early in the year, but they were skillful last night. I thought South were powerful, and definitely the Roosters were skillful. So we're going to have to work really hard this week, and it's a big game, and looking forward to it.
I still feel you guys are the form team going into the finals. Like the big question asked about a few of the other contenders. You guys have been rolling on nicely. Do you honestly feel you're the form team going into the finals? No. As I said, I thought the Roosters were really skillful and really professional about what they had to do last night. You know, they were in a very similar position to us, that they knew they were in the top four, but they went out there and showed, you know, some really classy footy, scored some really good tries and put some points on and defended pretty well. And then I thought South, there was a period just before half-time that South just put their foot down, and the Burgess boys were coming off the back fence, and they were powerful. So, you know, those two teams for me are in form. You know, Melbourne, have, you know, they just had too many out last week, and you know, I know Craig will have his team ready to play. They know all about semi-finals, so don't write them off.
Yeah, what do you make of the Roosters?
Oh, as Flanagan said, they're pretty slick last night. They got all the names in their side, and they're a good side, you know. It's just up to us. Look, I'm not going to say form goes out the window, but it's new competition next week, and we've just got to turn up and do what we can do. And you know, I thought Flanagan summed it up in our performance today. We were good for some of the game and pretty ordinary in other parts, but you know, it is hard when you know you can't really lose that fourth spot unless you get beaten by 20 or 30 points, and the Broncos won by 20 or 30 points. So there were some blokes who just wanted to get through it. There are other blokes who were disciplined and did their job, but at the end of the day, we got the win and cemented fourth spot, and now we're just going to concentrate on the Roosters this week and just play our game. You know, as I said, whatever happens is going to happen.
I mean, obviously you've got asked about Val. They've got Tedesco, who was unbelievable again last night. It's a hell of a matchup between those two blokes.
Yeah, as I said, they've got all the names in their side. We've just got to turn up and do our job. I think at the end of the day, whoever wins that battle in the middle can eliminate some of what either one of them two blokes can do. So that's going to be a big challenge for us, you know, coming up against a star-studded team.
Hey, Gal, Val, is he a club? Was he becoming a club great, or is that just too premature to say?
Oh, yeah, look, he's 22, 23 years old. He's a terrific player, we know that. You know, we'll call him a club great when he signs a new 4-year contract, hopefully.
Where are you at with that, Flanagan? Any update? Something?
Sorry, mate.
No, we're not talking to any of them. Yeah, we've got a few players off. You know, Bal's contracts, you know, it's in place. Barry spoke to his manager, and they know where it is. But we're not doing any negotiations with it until after the semi-final series. So, you know, it's just too hard. You know, and I'm sure Val appreciates not the talk going on during the week. He's got a really big semi-final series, and we just don't talk to him about it. You know, we'll wait till the end of the year. There's plenty of time.
You said that the Cowboys are talking to Ben Barber about 1 year and 1 year only. Does that worry you?
It's a bit of both, I suppose. For Benny, you know, if you listen to what the Cowboys' mantra was about it, you know, sort of making sure that he fits the club and so on. But, you know, if I know Benny Barber, he'll go up there and he'll be a star. So it'll be really hard for the Cowboys then to say, thanks for your services after 1 year, off you go. So, as I said, he's a quality player, Benny Barber, and, you know, we know what he added to our team, so I'm pretty sure he's going to add it to that team up there. And I saw what he's, you know, been watching closely what he's been doing in the UK, and it has been special.
What is your take on the battle of the middle for next week? Like Gal just said, he thinks that might be the difference.
Yeah, definitely we've got to win that battle. Obviously they're without Napa, but you know they've got some powerful forwards that created the platform for Keary and them to get over the ad line on Keary and Cronk to get over the ad line and play their shapes. We need to be able to make sure that we're winning that battle in the middle part of the field, and then we're going forward defensively. So they haven't got all the time that they had last night. I think you already saw that they ran pretty hard and they got their nose through the line against Para, and they're just too hard to stop. And their skill and their halves and their outside backs took advantage of it. But you know, Gals is 100% right. We need to be able to win that battle in the middle, and it's going to be exciting. You know, where it's probably our strength as well.
What do you think for Fafita today?
Yeah, well, Andrew was definitely he's one of those players that knew next week's the big show, and it's hard for him. He wanted to get through, and we just limited his minutes. We tried to share him right through the whole squad. Today, definitely, it was a plan to share the whole minutes. Where next week it'll be back to my plan that you do your job, and I'll worry about the minutes. But he did a reasonable job.
So do you plan to bring Ramey in and Latilli back in next week? I assume they'll both be fit?
Yeah, they'll both be fit, so that's a challenge for me there as well. But looking forward to having those two players back, quality players. Both give us something that we've backed our game on. They carry the ball really strong out of our end. Ricky and Jesse, that's their strength. So we'll look forward to those two players coming back.